Well, we finally got tired of waiting, started deploying. My friend went a little nuts and decided to up the points again, so it ended up being just over 85,000 points now. And this is the Imperial Guard side. The sad part is, this is just the stuff they deployed. We extended our deployment zone up to 24 inches to make room. It's Imperial Guard, and now because of their unholy alliance here, they also have Tau. Maybe you can see some battle suits right there, a bunch of crisis suits. And they also got some Space Marines. Now the thing that sucks for me is the Orc side of things, is that with all these Imperial Guard, lots and lots of guard and artillery, which is the only thing that can shoot all the way across the table. But the downside that we have here is that they get to keep all this stuff in reserve. I don't know if you can see it. It's dark over here. I'm standing right in the light, aren't I? Yeah, they got some Tau tanks. They're probably going to use for flank march, I would think. They got their walkers, a bunch of their vehicles, and there's even more stuff over there in the darkness. His super heavy tanks and everything haven't come on yet, which kind of gives them an advantage. Now on the other side of things, way over here, things are crowded. Very crowded. And I plan on taking severe casualties on the first turn. It's still very dark in this corner, so I don't know if this side will come out, but as soon as we go to play, we're going to have an extra light over here. He's bringing it next time they come over. But things are very crowded on the Orks Necron side. This hole here is actually left on purpose because they used the strategy card delayed to delay the Gargant, and I need enough room to bring him on, so I had to make sure I saved some space. The good thing that came out of this is because they upped the points, I got to bring along some Space Marines of my own. And this is what they're dreading. There's a Terminator squad, and there's a Terminator squad, and there's a tactical squad over there, and some in there somewhere. But where are the rest of them? Oh yeah, look, there's the Terminator squad, there's the Terminator squad, there's the Terminator squad. So they may live to regret upping the points yet. Yeah, my biggest concern is that they have, I think, 16 preliminary barrages. And with my stuff being grouped so close together, I'm going to take major casualties on the first turn. Do have some reinforcements of my own, though. The Death Copters will be coming in on the first turn. As the plane, the extra Scarab Swarms, the flayed ones. I got those two units there riding inside of vehicles on the table. There's also 40 boys in the Gargant. So, have a little bit of fighting. Now, some of the rules you're probably not going to understand if you haven't played 2nd edition, one of which being strategy cards. You get a certain amount of these per, I think it's 1 per 1,000 points. And they do, I mean, there's something similar to it in 5th edition I've seen. But they basically give you different skills. A couple of the ones that we've actually used in play. Over there, I don't know if you can see the card. You could probably just make out the card, but there's a minefield. There's some guys down in there, I don't know if you can make them out, that have ambushed using the ambush card. Oh yes, my one lonely scout squad in the building. They have just enough range to shoot the other side of the table, so that ought to be entertaining. Meanwhile, our opponents have managed to put snipers in all of these towers. Infiltrators here, infiltrators there, everywhere. They even have some up here which aren't going to last, I can almost guarantee. Squad of them there. But anyway, that's the disgusting front line of the Orc Necron Empire. And then there's your disgusting Imperial Guard Tau Space Marine Alliance. Though the one thing we've come to the conclusion that you cannot, there's only maybe 3-4 weapons on the table that can actually fire from that deployment zone to that deployment zone. So you can almost guarantee the first turn there isn't, other than the barrages, not much is going to get affected. We're all going to be rushing to get our heavy weapons up into range. But interesting view down the main road. Oh, I did get a little bit more painted on some of my vehicles, so I think I have more things painted than their entire army combined, so anyway, it ought to be an entertaining battle. Things might shift just a hair because we haven't actually started yet. It was kind of a, we wanted to get everything deployed, so we threw everything on the table. We actually set up together. They were setting up as I was instead of taking turns, because it took us close to 6 hours to deploy everything. And this big hole right here is actually going to be the rest of my war bikes, which I'm trying to paint right now, so they're not on the table. I've been slowly taking a piece at a time up to paint, getting some stuff done. Anyway, there it is. There's people everywhere. Snipers in all the buildings, you can guarantee it. Tanks everywhere. Hopefully after the first turn I can get this mess spread out some so my guys aren't literally on top of each other. That mass of red is a bunch of Blood Axe boys. And that mass right there is a bunch of Necron warriors. And some more Necron warriors. Some brats. There's a reason they're in the back, actually. There's a plan for them, which I'm not going to say because the other people might be watching this. So, you can really see how packed in things are, though. Which is bad for the barrages. I'm expecting lots of damage from barrages. But I thought I'd share. We started putting figures on the table, so now you can see how sick and disgusting this is actually going to be. And we'll have more updates once we get actually going.